Okay, go.
Once upon a time, in the Old Testament, time of the Judges, there was a terrible famine in Bethlehem, where a good woman named Naomi lived with her husband Elimelech and 2 sons, Chilion and Mahlon.
Guys, I'm getting hungry. Let's move out of Bethlehem to somewhere with food.
That's a good idea. Where should we go?
How about Moab? I hear they have food there.
So the family moved to Moab, where the people had food but not the gospel. While they were there, Naomi's sons met girls who were good women but not Israelites.
Hi, Ruth. I like you. Want to get married?
Okay.
Hi.
Orpah.
Opa. Your name sounds like Opa. Want to get married?
Okay. But 10 years later, tragedy struck.
I'm not feeling so good.
I'm not either.
I'm not either. I'm feeling good.
And they did. That just like the girl. Naomi decided to go back to Bethlehem because the famine was over.
Hey, girl, why do you come back to Bethlehem? Since all our husbands are dead. The famine is over. I think you can give fathers a lot, but I would expect that you'll want to stay here in Moab where your family is. So it's been nice knowing you.
Okay, I'll miss you guys, but I want to go back to my family. See ya.
Entreat me not to leave thee, or to return from following after thee. For whether thou goest, I will go, and where thou lodgest, I will lodge. Thy people shall be my people, and thy God my God.
You see, Ruth had been converted to the gospel while she lived with Naomi's son, and she didn't want to leave Naomi alone. So she went back to Bethlehem with her, but there still wasn't much food in Bethlehem. So Ruth went into the field after the barley had all been harvested, and she picked up the little pieces that were left over and took them back to Naomi so they could eat.
Wow, gleaning really stinks. It's hard work, and I barely get enough to survive. Enough wheat to survive.
Ruth didn't know it, but she had decided to glean barley in the field of one of Elimelech's relatives. His name is Boaz. He noticed that Ruth worked hard to help Naomi. Even though Ruth wasn't an Israelite, he wasn't her real daughter.
Wow, this is really nice for Moab. And she believes in God, even though she's from Moab, where they worship other gods. I really like it. I'm going to tell my servants to leave lots of barley in the fields on purpose so Ruth will have plenty to eat up. And I'll tell them to let Ruth have water whenever she gets there.
When Ruth got home and told Naomi that Boaz had been so nice to her, Naomi had a plan.
Yes, Boaz is a really good man. So you should go to him tonight and ask him
Just make sure I don't them when they're talking.
so that you won't read on.
Okay.
Boaz, wake up. It's Ruth. Your hand, please. Spread therefore thy skirt over thine handmaid, for thou art a near kinsman and married. Everyone knows you're a good woman, but the law says if your husband dies, you have to marry his closest relative. There's another guy who was a closer relative than me, so we have to ask his permission.
The next day, Ruth and Boaz went to talk to the relative.
Hi, relative. I want to marry Ruth because she is kind and righteous. You're supposed to marry her because you're a closer relative. Don't marry Ruth. No, not really. I have other plans, so you can marry me. Great. Now we can get married.
And they did. And God gave them a special blessing. He said, the Lord make the woman that is coming into thine house like Rachel and Leah, which two did build the house of in Bethlehem. Pretty soon they had a baby who was very important. I was born in Bethlehem, but I'm not the baby the Lord said we would be famous in Bethlehem. My son just would have a son named David who would become a famous king, but even more importantly, David's great-great-great-great-grandson will also be born in Bethlehem and will be called Jesus. So because of my mom's righteousness, and through her that the Savior will be born. And that's why Ruth gets a book in the Old Testament named after her. The end.
The end.